Good morning, everybody in the Wingman March crew. I am just coming today with your Thursday dose of encouragement and also a little bit of knowledge today. I talk a lot about mindset because I think it's super important. I truly believe that a lot of the barriers that many of us have to success are they begin in our mindset, and the beauty of that is that that's something that we have the power to change. We can control that. As a control freak, that's always important to me, is to be able to control things. I know I can't everything in life, but it is what it is. I know that about myself as far as that being my personality. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit today because while mindset is super important, and I have talked a lot about how I think that's it's a gap in a lot of the training that's out on, in the Facebook groups and out on the web and everywhere. There's lots of knowledge out there, but there's a gap in a place for encouragement or helping people to understand what it is that in their mind that is holding them back from success. But today I wanted to couple that a little bit with the knowledge. For me personally, I will admit that I'm a learning junkie, and so some of that is easier for me because I enjoy learning. But you can also learn too much, and that's, I think, one of the, I want to say, challenges that we often run into. There's all these tools that are available for us to use. We get bombarded, sometimes virtually every day, it seems like, with, the neat new tool to be able to have merch go faster, or, the neat new tool, or the neat tool that's been upgraded so that it works better to make merch go faster, or to be able to do more things and that type of thing. And what happens a lot of times is that, and I've been a victim of this, what happens a lot of times then is that, we acquire all of these pieces of knowledge and all these tools, and then we have all of it, but we are not taking any action. We're not doing anything with it. Some of that can be traced back to the first point that I said is mindset, the blockages and the baggage that we keep in our own way. And some of it has to do with just overwhelm with so much. What I can tell you about what I've done this year for me personally, and again, I'm always quick to say, what works for me and what I do. I'm not anything special. I'm not the guru, anything like that. But I can share you my personal experiences and what I have gone through to get to the place where I am now, which is a very happy place, and it's a very booming place, and it's a very place of both personal and business growth. And I think that's something that we all kind of strive for when we get started in this e-commerce world. And so I want to talk a little bit about the Wingman 2.0. I'm going to preface, this is not a sales pitch. The guys are not, they're not paying me to come on and do a commercial. I share with people what I believe and the things that are important with me. And like all advice and thoughts, you take what is usable and you throw the rest away, and that's fine. That's how it should be. But I just want to be really clear that when I come on here on Thursday mornings, I'm sharing from my heart. I'm sharing from the things that have worked for me, and I'm wanting to give back to this group that has given me so much. I want to give back to this group because of that. And I hope that's really clear, and I hope you all know me well enough to understand that. So I want to talk a little bit about Wingman 2.0, and I just want you to have the mindset of receiving that in the way that I'm wanting to give it. And that is because I truly care about you. I honestly really do. And because it's what I believe. It's what I believe to be truth. And it's what's helped me. It really, truly has. I call them the boys. Sorry, I'm the Nate and Steven. Sorry, guys, but they're the same age as my boys. I have two boys. They're the same age as my boys. And so it's easier for me to look at them that way. But, they have worked super, super hard. They have gone through all of the the learning curve. And then they've compiled this knowledge in a way that is going to allow us to be able to take that knowledge and be able to shorten our learning curve so we can get to our success faster than what they were able to, just simply because, they did all the hard stuff. And the thing that I really love about Nate and Steven is that they're very clear that they're going through some of these processes still. For us in e-commerce, there's never a place where you arrive as far as knowledge goes, because Amazon, merch, any e-commerce right now, it's so new. I mean, we think of it, Amazon's been around for 8-10 years, whatever. And so it seems like a lifetime, but it's not. It's not, and they're still growing and changing. So our e-commerce businesses, our merch businesses are very fluid. They haven't reached their final destination yet, and they never will, because that's what big business does. It's constantly checking and adjusting, and it's being fluid and changing. And for those that choose to be leaders and who are teaching themselves so that they can give to others, that's a process that is constantly changing. And so when Wingman 2.0 came out, I jumped on it right away. That's one of those things that right away it was like, yep, I want to go through this. I want to be able to learn what the boys have learned. I want to be able to make those checks and adjustments that I need to make to take my business to the next level. And so the reason that I'm talking about this today is it's the last day for you to be able to purchase, I believe, purchase the Wingman 2.0 program. And I would be doing a disservice to this group if I didn't tell you that I think it's really important that you do so if your desire is to be successful in the merch world and beyond, because the boys really are looking for something beyond just merch. That's just where it starts. I think that this is a better iteration of Wingman training than the original Wingman it was, and that's as it should be. That's how we learn, and that's how we grow. The thing that I particularly appreciate about it is that it is keeping things, it's speaking my language. How about if we say it that way? I find that a lot of trainings, they're done by people that have been successful for so long that they forget the minutia. They forget the little details, and they make assumptions, even if it's unconsciously, but they make assumptions that everybody knows these kind of basic skills. And for a lot of us starting in either e-commerce or merch specifically, that's not the truth. We need help with some of the basic stuff. And the way that Wingman 2.0 is laid out is geared much more in that way of starting with where you are at the first tiers and moving yourself up through the tier 500 and beyond. That someone just hit 100,000 tier, something like that. It's incredible. Just think how much growth that we have here. And so I wanted to take a little bit of time and just let you know that if you are, if this isn't a hobby for you, if you're serious about really wanting to make this a business, then I think that Wingman 2.0 it's not even, it's not an extra, it's actually, it's mandatory. I hate to say that, but it's true. It's a mandatory investment into your business. You're not just buying things just to buy them. You're buying things that are truly going to help you. And yes, I know there's lots of trainings out there. Trust me, I've bought a lot of them. But I have brought my business back to basics, and I stick with two groups. There are two groups that I'm involved in, and that I'm active in, and that I share in, and this is one of them. And it's because I believe that it's what I need to do to be able to take my merch business to the steps that I want to take them and beyond that. And so I wanted to take this time to really talk about that and share that and let you guys know that I really think it's super important. I think it's super important if you're serious about merch, that you invest in the Wingman Merch 2.0 program that is coming out. So I did want to say that, and just to let everyone know here that I've been in, since I started in 2015, which, some of you have been doing this longer than me, and some of you are much newer than I am. I've been in a lot of groups. I've done my own share of bouncing around until I found the place where I was comfortable, where I thought I was getting a great marriage of both knowledge and culture. And if you may not see the importance of that right now, but I know for me, the culture is something that is super important, because it's harder for me to not feel like I have a dollar sign on my head if the culture isn't right. And I know, and getting to know the guys, their hearts are in the right place. They truly desire to help everybody here to be successful. The only thing that we need to do is to believe that, for starters, ask questions, ask for help, because there's people here that are more than happy, to help with anything that you have, and take advantage of the training that is offered here because it's specific to this group. And so I know that you don't see Christie quite so serious, I guess, as often, because I'm a happy person by nature. And so I don't do serious quite as much, but it's not that I'm not, though. And I think it just was really on my heart this morning that this is something that people need to hear. For anybody that tunes in and listens to my Facebook Lives, again, know that I do these because I care about the group. I care about the people in this group, which is you. I want people to be successful. I want you to have the tools and the knowledge and support that you need in order to take those steps, because we all have our own stories. We all have our own stories about why we do this and why it's important to us and why we want to be successful. And maybe there'd be a good time for us sometime to start sharing some of those stories. I think that it's important for us to learn from each other. And the best way that we can do that, of course, is by knowing each other well. But that's kind of a bunny trail. But, I think it's one of those things that I'm so grateful for being here. I'm so grateful for the people that are here. And I'm especially grateful for Nate and Steven because, like I said, they're people with big hearts that truly want us to be successful. And so I wanted to take that time this morning to maybe be a little bit more serious and just say, I think this is important. I really do. It can be hard sometimes when money is tight, when, you're not seeing the results that you want to see yet. That you're worried. It's like, am I spending more money again and not going to get to where I need to be? But I'm just telling you, if what you want is success, then for me, this is the place to be. I'm not sure if I can say it any clearer or better or stronger than that. And again, please know that that's coming from my heart. I want you to be able to understand that, it's the people in this group that care about you that want you to be able to take advantage of the stuff that's here. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week coming up. Believe it or not, Q4 officially, as far as calendar Q4, is coming up in less than 2 weeks. Shocking. Scary even. Crazy. All of those things. What someone already posted, 100 days until Christmas or whatever. So, take that encouragement right now to, get your plans in place, start getting up, fill up your slots. If you have questions, post them so that we can answer them. But yeah, it's coming up on us, guys, and I'm hoping that everybody here has the best Q4, that they've seen so far. So I will talk to you all next week, and I really love these. I really like these Thursday calls. I guess they're calls or Facebook Lives, whatever you want to call them. I hope that you do too. And if you do, if you wouldn't mind, give me a little love. Just give me a thumbs up or some hearts or some comments in the thread or whatever. So I know that this is something that you desire to have on your Thursdays. So I will talk to you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.